Alright guys, I've decided to release the Advanced Arm Wrestling Training Program in parts because there's a lot of stuff here to go over, and I just want to go over it in parts so it's not this big long video. So I'm just going to jump right into it. So for recovery, it's really a balance between protein, sleep, and your intensity versus your volume. So if you're not recovering from your workouts, if you're not going up in your numbers, so if you're not achieving progressive overload, you're stuck at the same weight, or you're just in pain all the time, too much pain to push yourself, and then you have to take days off, and you're just wasting your time basically. You're having some recovery issues. There's a lot of things that affect your recovery. Stress in your life, you could have a health issue, your job sucks. I mean, there's so many things, but I'm just going to focus on the big things, the things that really do help. And if you have questions about other things that may be affecting your recovery, just ask in the comments, and I always respond to the comments. So protein. How much protein should you eat? There's always different formulas. This is how I see it. If you feel a difference in your recovery in a positive way, and you're achieving progressive overload, which means, you know, every week you're lifting heavier weight, then you're probably eating enough protein. Okay? If you're not achieving those things, I would increase your protein. You can get protein powder. Just throw a few protein shakes into your diet of what you're currently eating, and see if that helps. And if it doesn't help, you can try and add a little bit more. If that still doesn't help, then we'll move on to the next one, which is sleep. You need to be getting an average of 8 to 9 hours of sleep a night. I know for some of you that's pretty much impossible because the way your life is, but hey, this is the optimal things for recovery, so you can adjust it however you want. But if you need to wear a CPAP machine, wear it every night. Yeah, use your mask. I like the one that goes over the whole face. I have a beard, and that one really helps with me. The one that just goes over the nose, you kind of blow air out your mouth, so you have to tape your mouth. And if you have a beard, taping your mouth is difficult. But yeah, sleep's a whole other thing. If you're not getting good sleep, that's a whole other thing. Just ask any questions about sleep in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer those. And another part of recovery is hydration. You should be drinking, I drink a gallon of water a day. I have a gallon jug, and I try and kill that thing every day. And what I do is I have the gallon jug I bring with me to work, and I have a cup, and I just keep filling that cup up. If you drink directly from the jug, psychologically it's a lot, you know. But if you can just finish that cup, fill it up, and finish it again, it's a small win every time. And it definitely made it a lot easier for me to finish that whole gallon. So I definitely recommend that. Plus, it's a lot easier cleaning wise to just take care of a cup, throw it in the dishwasher, or you can use disposable cups. If you're drinking out of your gallon jug, that thing's gonna get nasty, and you're gonna have to clean it, and they're difficult to clean, these big giant jugs. If you just pour out of it, you only really have to clean the outside because the inside doesn't get contaminated too often. But when it is time to clean the inside, you can buy like citric acid on Amazon, put it in a spray bottle, spray it in the thing, or you can use vinegar. Just clean it out like that. So it's going to take time to work up to drinking a whole gallon of water. I went from I started with like a 2 liter amount of water, and then I found myself finishing that, and then I was finishing it earlier and earlier in the day, and then at some point, I wasn't even all the way through my shift at work, and it was gone. And so that's when I knew it was time to move up to the gallon jug. And you can use a milk jug. You don't have to get fancy with this stuff. If you want to know what I use, just ask in the comments. I'll put a link or something like that to tell you what I use. Also, if you have a physical job, a laborious job, where you're working outside and you're sweating a lot, you may have to drink more water than that, because we're trying to be in a surplus here of hydration. And the reason why we're doing this is it really helps with muscle endurance and stamina. If you find yourself kind of gassing out quickly in practice or at a tournament, this really does help with that. So definitely start working on building up your water tolerance to at least a gallon a day or more. I don't know if it really matters what size you are, but I would just start. You can start with the 2 liter, and just the easier and easier it is to kill that thing, just keep going up and up. But I've stopped around about a gallon. And I do finish a gallon, and I drink more than a gallon a day. It's not just that gallon, but I'll do finish that bottle, and then if I'm thirsty, I'll have a couple water bottles. So it's actually more like well over a gallon. But yeah, start with a gallon. Try and bring it to you. I work at a desk, so I'm not doing anything. So I'm really, that's a lot of water if you don't have a physical job. So, but it's very important. All right, let's move on to intensity and volume. So we're still talking about recovery here. Intensity is how heavy is the weight that you're lifting. Okay, so say you can lift 100 pounds in one lift, right? We're going to be using a percentage of that, and the percentage of that 1 rep max is going to be intensity. So if you're doing a workout at 100% of your 1 rep max, that's an extremely high intensity, and the volume that you're going to be able to perform that workout during the week is going to be very low. So if you're doing a 1 rep max in that movement, it's going to be very difficult for you to come back to that movement in that same week. So for example, if you do a 1 rep max on Monday, and you do the 1 rep max on Wednesday, and you do 1 rep max on Friday, all in that same week, all in the same movement, that's going to be very taxing on your recovery. Maybe some people can do it. I can't do that. So you need to balance your intensity with the volume. And volume is how much work are you doing, right? How many times are you lifting your 1 rep max for that movement a week? So say you do 3 sets of 3 in one movement 3 times a week, right? If you can do 3 sets of 3 and you're at your 3 rep max, so maybe you can use the calculators online, but say you're at around 95+% of your 1 rep max, and you're doing 3 sets of 3. If you can do that every other day, if you can do that every day, then do it. If you can't do that every day or every other day, then you need to lower the weight. You don't have to stop doing 3 sets of 3, just lower the intensity, right? We're trying to optimize recovery here. If it's taking you too long to recover, you're wasting time. I think it was Eddie Hall who said it takes up to 10 days to recover from a heavy, like a all-out heavy deadlift, and he got it down to 7 days before he could do that level of intensity again, just by doing saunas and all these tricks and stuff that he does. So and those guys are on a lot of exogenous hormones and stuff like that. So if you're an advanced arm wrestler, maybe you're not taking anything, maybe you're just on testosterone, but if that's taking them that long to recover fully to be able to come back and do that lift again, yeah, it's going to be different for us. It's like arm wrestling once a week, right? Maybe you can do it twice a week, right? But do nothing else. All right, so that basically wraps up recovery. So in summary, you need to be having enough protein, you need to be sleeping enough, and you need to be drinking enough water. If you're doing all those things and you're still having issues with recovery, then you need to either adjust the intensity of your workouts or the volume. Okay? So if you like to lift really heavy and you're not recovering and you want to keep lifting really heavy, then you have to do that less often, right? You have to lower the volume. Maybe once a week, maybe once every 10 days for that movement, right? Or if you like to work out a lot, maybe lower your intensity and train more often, right? Maybe you want to do every other day. You want to hit that movement every other day. Don't go as heavy. You don't have to go all the way up to your 1 rep max to make gains. Now you can do all those things, and there's all these systems and the conjugate method and all that, but none of that shit works if your recovery isn't in check. So yeah, you have to balance your recovery, especially if you're older, especially if you don't have very good recovery just in general. You have to balance these things. So eating enough protein, sleeping, drinking a lot of water, and balancing your intensity with your volume. If you have any specific questions about your workout and if you think it's too much, again, just ask me in the comments. I'll take a look at it and see. Okay, so now we'll get into the workouts. What are we doing, guys? So you need to be doing a heavy movement, and I feel that it's best to do a heavy lift every day, 7 days a week. This is what I do, and this has had the best progress for me. So I have a lower intensity, but my volume is higher, so I'm doing this every day, and that's what works for me. So one of our workouts is going to be a heavy workout. The next one is conditioning workout, or I guess it's volume, but you want to do a workout that's 30 to 50 reps, a weight that you can do 30 to 50 times in a row without totally burning out and just you're struggling. This shouldn't be a super difficult set. You're really going through the motions of the movement, and it's building a neurological connection, and it's also building your conditioning, and it's going to improve your muscle endurance big time. And so for my conditioning, I do all the movements elbow to wrist here. So I do the closing of the hand, I do the opening of the hand, I do ulnar deviation, radial deviation, supination, pronation, flexion, extension, everything. And I'll do 40 to 50 sets of every movement of the hand, even the thumb, all of that. And you want to be doing 6 sets of this. I break it up. So I'll do 3 sets of conditioning in the morning, and then I'll do 3 sets of conditioning at night. I do the same thing with my heavy workout. I'll do my heavy workout in the morning, and then I'll roll into my conditioning, and then when I come home from work, I'll do the heavy workout at night, and I'll roll into my conditioning workout. So the third exercise that we want to be doing is some type of hypertrophy workout, and like bodybuilding, it's important. It's important. And I think a lot of professional arm wrestlers will agree with this, that you need to train your body. You can't just do hyper isolated things. If you want to be kind of a well-rounded fundamental arm wrestler, you need to train hypertrophy stuff. And just normal, you can do whatever you want. You can do arms and back and shoulders, you can do squats, You can do like a powerlifting type workout, or but more in a hypertrophy range, so like 15 reps or more. You can do 20 reps. For me, I do the same thing I do with my conditioning workout, so I'll do 3 sets of 15 in the morning after my heavy workout, and then at night I'll do 3 sets of 15 after my heavy workout. And you alternate these. So one day is your conditioning workout, and then the next day is your hypertrophy workout, and you just alternate it. I do Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday I take off from conditioning and hypertrophy, but I don't take off from the heavy. The heavy is every single day. It's very simple. It's boring, but you know, it works. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, conditioning. You don't have to break your workout up. You don't have to do half in the morning and half at night. You can do it all in the morning. You can do it all at night. For me, I like to be always working. So I like to get up and I like to work out. And when I get home from work, I like to work out. I don't want to work out for a very long time. I think that can get depressing, just working out forever. So just a small workout in the morning, and then a small workout at night when you come home. That works perfect for me. But you can break it up however you want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter when you work out or what you do. I have noticed that I am stronger in the evening. In my evening workout, I'm stronger, and my assumption is because I've been drinking all day, I'm hydrated, I haven't eaten any more food than I would have for breakfast. I don't eat before I work out after work, so I really think it's just the hydration that helps with the strength, so that's another good reason. Okay, the next part of this, you want to be doing some type of zone 2 cardio every day. You can look up what zone 2 cardio is. It's something like, it's like 220 minus your age, and then like 60 to 75% of that number is what your pulse should be when you're training. But the kind of bro science thing is, you know, if you can hold a conversation pretty well while you're working out, that's probably zone 2. And just depending on your cardiovascular health, what zone 2 is going to be different for everyone, because my heart rate is going to be different than the next guy doing the same workout. So for me, I go for a mile walk on my lunch break. It takes me about, I don't know, 25, 30 minutes to do. I keep a good pace, and that gets my heart rate up enough for me that's comfortable. It's never enough. You can always do more, but that's what I'm doing right now. I should be doing more, but I think it's better to just have fun and do something that you like. You can go on a walk with your wife, or a bike ride, or maybe a hike. Just something every day. Anything to improve your cardiovascular health. And I think we're athletes, guys and girls. We need to respect our body and do what we can to try and stay healthy. So that's the next part of training, is getting some type of zone 2 cardio every day. All right, guys, I'm going to try and do a high-level overview of everything here. But as long as you're achieving your goals, you're achieving progressive overload, you're getting stronger where you need to get stronger, you're not having any issues with recovery, you don't have any pain that's setting you back, as long as these things are happening, then you're okay. You know, there's no need to change your workout if you feel good and you're achieving your goals and everything you're doing is working. There's no need to change. You know, I think people get a little obsessive, and they want to be the best and optimize and optimize and optimize. And if you're achieving your goals, then you know that's working. You know, you really only have to make a change if what you're doing isn't working anymore. You know, So don't obsess over details and stress over little things. Okay. All right, guys. So that's basically the advanced training program. I can get a lot deeper on this. If you guys want me to get a lot deeper into it, let me know what topics, what parts of this you need me to go deeper. This is an advanced training program, so you know I'm talking to people who may be ranked in their state, or just looking for a different perspective on what they're already doing. I have a beginning arm wrestling training program, and then I have an intermediate arm wrestling training program. So this is kind of more of a high level overview of training concepts, which really focuses on recovery, and balancing intensity with your volume, and just having a well-rounded training program that doesn't really leave any room for anything else. And you should be able to fit any type of training or workouts into this program. And then there's details. There's power training or speed and things like that. I may do a more arm wrestling competition focused video later on. I've learned some things over the years, training and competing with other professional arm wrestlers. So if that's something you want me to go over, I can. I do recommend a gentleman by the name of Santino Bravo. He's a world champion and 3-time national champion in the United States. Please look him up and follow him. And he's a great resource for anything that has to do with competition or tournament information, and he's very helpful, and he'd be very glad to help you on that. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. And please, if you guys have questions, go ahead and ask them in the comments, and I will get to them. And if enough people ask about a certain thing, I'll go ahead and make a video about it. I didn't go over workouts or movements. There's so many to do. I'll probably make a separate video for that as part of the advanced training program. So this will kind of be like a part 1. If that's something that you're interested in, let me know, and then we can go over movements and how to do them. And yeah, all right, guys. Appreciate the support. I hope this is enough. I know you guys have been wanting an advanced program. Probably not as sexy as you would hope, but let me know if there's anything else you want me to go over in the comments, and then I'll work on it, okay?